Former patrons of the West Side Market are in for a throwback this fall with the coffee plant. Not only will the former market be a production facility to roast coffee beans, it will also serve as an education center featuring arts and crafts as well as live plants. Wade Radina, owner of Radina's Coffee, is behind the new venture. He says they plan to open the new facility sometime either later this month or possibly in November. Since 2004, Radina's Coffee has been roasting its coffee in Manhattan. They currently have 6 locations. Radina said the operation moved into the former West Side Market on Richards Drive in August 2024. At the coffee plant, people will be able to take classes about roasting coffee or also take classes on art. An official opening day has not yet been determined. Local firefighters are planning a training exercise later today at the old Riley County EMS station on Claflin Road. That facility will soon become the new home to Riley County Emergency Management and the Riley County Fire District No. 1 administration team. Before eventually moving into that space, however, the fire district is wanting to conduct some necessary training in that facility. As a result, county officials have noted that residents today can expect to see fire trucks, firefighters, simulated smoke, and you also may hear loud noises as firefighters practice skills for forcible entry. Those training exercises are expected to begin around 6:30 this evening. A long-debated idea to build a second bridge over the Big Blue River between Manhattan and Pottawatomie County is getting a fresh, data-driven look. The Flint Hills Metropolitan Planning Organization has launched a new Big Blue River Second Connection cost-benefit analysis to examine 5 potential routes for an additional crossing. Planning Manager Jared Tremblay says the study comes after years of public discussion about congestion, safety, and access along U.S. Highway 24.
The number one thing we heard in our long-range plan, Connect 2050, from folks in Pottawatomie County was, we want a bridge. We need to address 24. Whether that's a second crossing or further improvements. That's the discussion.
The study began last week and will continue through May. Tremblay says the goal isn't to select a single option, but rather to present clear data for local leaders and the public.
Right now, it's just this speculative conversation, and we want to move to more of a factual conversation. Whether it happens or not, we at least have a better idea.
Among the 5 options being analyzed are the long-discussed Juniata-Marlatte Avenue connection, as well as routes farther north or south that could reduce flooding risks and construction costs. Alternative options include improving Blue River Road, extending Green Valley Road to K13 north of Tuttle Creek Dam, or building a southern connection from XL Road to K18. Hope Ranch Therapeutic Riding Center is set to host its fall show and open house later this month. Ranch President Kathy Scroggs says the event is open to people of all ages and abilities.
We have a lot of people with disabilities, but you don't have to have a disability to ride at Hope Ranch. But we have autism, Asperger's, Down syndrome, CP, just to name a few of the different disabilities that we work with. We even have a lift where we will lift the rider in a wheelchair onto the back of a horse, and we have horses that are specially trained for that. So that makes things a lot nicer, too.
Hope Ranch will be offering free horseback and cart rides, Halloween-themed classes, and meals provided by Jammin' Jamaican.
One of the final classes that we have during the show is a costume contest. So people, they dress the horses up, and it's a lot of fun to watch that. It starts at 9 a.m. with the English, and then at estimated start time at 10 a.m. for Western pleasure classes. But there's a little bit of barrels, there's some poles that they do.
The event will be held October 25th. If you'd like more information, you can call 785-587-8180. And that's a look at news this morning. I'm Brandon Peoples, News Radio KMAN.
Good morning. I'm Mitch Fortner with sports. According to the initial Big 12 availability report released last night, K-State will be without its top pass rusher against TCU. Defensive end Toby Osinsami has been listed as out for Saturday. Running back Dylan Edwards and backup wide receiver Adonis Moise are listed as questionable. For KU at Texas Tech, it was a mixed bag for the Jayhawks. But safeties Mason Ellis and Laquan Robinson are questionable. Running back Daniel Highshaw Jr.'s status is also up in the air. And on the Texas Tech side, star linebacker Jacob Rodriguez is questionable. K-State volleyball last night falling in 5 sets to Iowa State in Morgan Family Arena. The NCAA Division I Administrative Council on Wednesday adopted a proposal to allow student athletes and athletic department staff to bet on professional sports. Division II and Division III are expected to consider the proposal in meetings at the end of October. If approved by the lower divisions, the rule will go into effect on November 1st. I'm Mitch Fortner with sports.